have made the trip south to Powell, Ohio, just 14 miles north of the state capital, where the Whitmer Panthers open their 2014 postseason campaign against the Patriots of Olentangy Liberty. BCSN in high definition is presented by Dave White Chevrolet. The place to go is Alexis and Monroe. Dave White Chevrolet. Hello again, everyone, alongside Mike Jewell, whom they finally let out of the studio.
Oh, good.
My name is Mason Lowry. You know, this is one of the biggest days in the history of Olentangy Liberty Athletics. In boys soccer, they played for a state championship this afternoon down in Columbus. They were beaten by Cleveland St. Ignatius by 2-1. And now in the nightcap, the football team plays in the postseason for the first time since 2009. Mike, kind of like St. Ignatius in the afternoon, Whitmer trying to spoil the party.
Hey, that's what it's all about. I think it's a great district. I think they're on the rise, but the Whitmer Panthers, they're a team on a mission tonight.
Well, let's talk about Malik Moore for the Whitmer Panthers. You know, the track has been the league of the running back this year. Guys like Lamar Carswell and Emmanuel Mogaloo and the two backs from Central Catholic getting all the attention. But Moore has quietly put together a wonderful season, over 1,000 yards on the ground and an astounding 24 touchdowns.
And a sophomore. I love him going under the radar. His ability to get to the edge, and he gets to the edge in a variety of ways, getting up through holes and then just sprinting to the boundary. This kid is special. He's getting better and better. In his last 4 games, he's played big in big moments.
Olentangy Liberty this year have done it with defense. They have shut out 4 teams. They have 24 sacks and 18 interceptions. It's an awfully good unit.
Oh, that's it. Look for the linebackers to make plays and sort of set the tone, load up the box. Jerry Bell might respond with a little bit of a throwing action. This Olentangy Liberty defense is what they hang their hats on.
We'll hear from Whitmer head coach Jerry Bell right after the timeout. It's Whitmer and Olentangy Liberty coming up next. Back here to get things underway at Olentangy Liberty. The Patriots 8-2 will kick off to the 7-3 Whitmer Panthers with Jamal Bell and Malik Moore back to receive. That's plenty of speed, standing back inside the Whitmer 5-yard line. Bell dropped it at the 5 but recovers. And tripped up just shy of the 15, falls forward to the 17. And that is where Chase Bodeman and Malik Moore and everyone else will take the field for the first time on offense for the Panthers.
Nice ebb and flow to this game as we get started. Look for Whitmer to try to get in the rhythm, and look for Liberty to put those backers in the box. They're a talented group, and try and force the issue.
Whitmer coming off of 4 emphatic wins in a row. Chase Bodeman, the big 6'2", 190 junior. He is awfully difficult to bring down. He's 51 rushing yards away from 1,000 for the season. Bodeman kept it on first down. Liberty was not fooled. Hit first by Scott Goodwill, who kicked off.
Goodwill's got a big leg, but again, that core of linebackers really impressed me reading some of their press clippings. Just a talented group. Now, Whitmer, I think you've got to show some patience here. Dance with how you got here, but to open up that game, maybe see the tight end Zaman Paris get into the mix a little bit with some big catches.
Malik Moore got a yard on first down. Bodeman with plenty of time. Pocket collapses, spins forward, nowhere to go. He was given time, but nobody open downfield for the Panthers. 3rd and long coming up.
Chased off his spot by defensive end Jacob Hale. Bodeman was able to step up, but you're right, nothing there. Nice coverage sack for the defensive backfield of the Patriots.
We'll have 4 wide plus the tight end Zaman Paris for Chase Bodeman to work with. Bodeman faked the handoff on the jet sweep, takes off to his left, lofts a pass downfield, and incomplete. He wanted Casino Stacker, and an early 3-and-out for the Panthers.
Nice job by Bodeman to create some time for himself, drift out to the left, throws a good ball down there, just slips through Stacker's hands. Boy, we talked about Whitmer's end of the season. This Patriot team pitched shutouts in 3 of their last 4 games. Both teams, I think, playing as well as they have all season long.
Bodeman, the punter as well. Nick Durchie Back to receive for Olentangy Liberty. He's standing right at midfield. It's a line drive kick from Bodeman. And down by Jamal Bell around the 42. He was run out of bounds right at the 40, a gain of 17. Alex Lando, the quarterback, completed 68.6% of his passes during the regular season, a 6'3", 175-pound junior. They do like the short passing game, but they'll go deep when they have to. Jacob Wiseman, his preferred target, 50 catches on the year. A quick pass to Brendan White. White on the receiver screen. Had it poked out, but he was out of bounds. Devin Gardner got a hand on the football.
White, I think, has just come back, at least sort of taking a look at the last 3 games. He's made a real impact at that wide receiver position. Nice little now screen right there. His partners block for him. Get out to the edge quickly and make things happen.
The offensive starters brought to you by the Andersons. Hunter Littlejohn, the 85th best guard in the country, according to ESPN. He's committed to Indiana. Backs and receivers, Durchie is a workhorse, nearly 20 carries per game. Almost 1,150 yards on the season.
Nice job there by Houtland. Very good offensive lineman going both ways here. Defensive tackle position coming down, putting a good hit on Durchie. Looks like the type of back you've got to stick, you've got to wrap, and you got to swarm a little bit.
Houtland's a big guy, 6'4", 285, only a junior. Now it's 3rd and 1. Lando throws on the run. It's complete to the tight end, Rossi again. And hold down around the 20. Tackle made by Gardner.
Again, just a beautiful pitch and catch.
Defensive starters brought to you by the Andersons, Hoskins and Estes. Very good, the interior lineman, Hayden Graham, having a fine season. The linebackers and the secondary, Coy Bacon leads them with 4 interceptions. Down to the 14.
Again, just getting the ball out quickly, finding their targets, and good blocking on the edges by the wideouts to create space.
Low snap, but Lando gathers, has to improvise, has a man open near the sideline. That's Durchie out of the backfield, makes a man miss, and walks into the end zone. Liberty on the board first.
Just a beautiful job. We'll get a look at here. Low snap, keeps composure, gets out and keeps the ball positioned to throw. Boy, he gets rid of that ball quickly and on the run. And a nice job by Durchie setting up his blocks and getting to the flag.
Durchie's 3rd receiving touchdown of the year, 16th. TD thrown by Alex Lando. Goodwill will try the extra point and knock it straight through. So Olentangy Liberty on the board first with 9:07 left in the first quarter on this pass from Lando to Durchie. Just what the doctor ordered for the Whitmer Panthers. A nice long return from Jamal Bell up across midfield. The Panthers back in business, down 7.
Screaming low, hard squib kick. Bell does a nice job playing shortstop, scooping it, and then getting himself into a lane down the left hash.
Look at the Whitmer offense, brought to you by the Andersons. Houtland, we saw him make a big play on defense. He also starts at right tackle. Moore with 24 touchdowns on the season. Stacker has really come alive in the second half of the season, and Zaman Paris, the tight end, has done so as well. Transfer from Findlay. Bodeman will keep it with room to run if he can get to the outside. Cut back upfield, stayed on his feet and stumbled forward for an extra yard or 2. He was hit by Brendan White. Nice gain on first down.
Nice read by Bodeman. They're pulling Zach Miller, almost sort of a wing T type look. Bodeman attacks back to the right side.
The defense brought to you by the Andersons. Littlejohn a starter both ways. Very good linebackers, especially Goodwill. Barbosa leads the team with interceptions. He's got 5. 2 of the safeties will play more as linebackers. It's more of a 3-5 than a 3-3-5.
And I like it. I like that mode. I like the concept of challenging and putting some pressure. instead of sitting back 7-on-7, letting guys hit you.
Bodman got 7 yards on first down. Here's Malik Moore with a first down into the secondary. Spun away from a would-be tackler and got 5 more yards out of it, down to the 25.
Boy, and that's what I love about that jet sweep. You're attacking. Malik does a great job of seeing the seam once he releases past the line and pops it upfield, plants that outside foot. Great look at it here. Boom, right there. Sees it, good, takes advantage of the block, and look at those strides.
Moore got 16 on the carry. He's lined up in the wingback position. Larry Patterson for the tailback. Bodman will keep it this time. Walks forward. Nice gain inside the 20 and dropped at the 19.
Looked a bit messy in the backfield there, but a nice job by Bodman. Hey, can you make something out of nothing when things don't work right? He does a good job, again, getting upfield, getting into that secondary. Takes a good lick at the end of it, but that's a nice positive first down play.
2nd and 4. It's Casino Stacker who went in motion. Moore the tailback. Bodman keeps it again, lowers the shoulder and cannot breach that front 3.
Nice interior line play there by the Patriots. Just no room. Looked like Andrew Rossi from his defensive end position, just doing a nice job.
A couple of big catches offensively, the sophomore tight end. So starting at DN for the Patriots. This is 3rd and 3. This is Malik Moore with plenty of speed. He has the first down to the 11. Needed 3 and got 7.
Boy, and I love that scheme. They're looking counter Trey, pulling the entire right side, right guard, right tackle to the left, trusting that those disciplined, solid defenders for the Patriots are going to read those lineman keys, and they just come right back. That's wing T sort of philosophy out of the gun package, and I love it.
A couple of different looks on this possession. Now Patterson was lined up at tailback. Bodman kept it, somehow got away, spins forward. He'll get an extra yard after the spin inside the 10 to the 8. Good hard run by the quarterback, Chase Bodman.
Very athletic run. Boy, I love that interior spin in space. See Carswell do it, Moore does it. You got a quarterback that gets it done like that. Wow.
Gain of 3 on the play. 2nd down, 7.
Ended up turning that into a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, it looked like they had him for about a 2-yard loss.
It's 2nd and 7. Bowman looking to pass, has time, now the rush comes. Bowman cannot spin away this time. He was pursued by Tyler Smith.
Just beautiful job. Looked like they were trying to get rid of the ball quickly. Nice job by secondary. We'll see it here. Tyler Smith beats his block. Beautiful job. Finishes him up, wraps him up. Boy, just part of that crew. Great defensive backers.
So it goes from 2nd and manageable to 3rd and 16, a 9-yard loss on the sack by Smith. Incidentally, both teams have a Tyler Smith starting at linebacker.
That's going to confuse, when in doubt.
In the screen pass, this is Larry Patterson in space. Back inside the 10, but dropped by Jake Worrell at the 9. 4th down. Whitmer has struggled with the kicking game at times this season. Do you bring on Corey Baker to try a field goal, or do you go for it here? You can get a first down without scoring, but unlikely.
Yeah, and I like the play call there. You're not looking to gain the whole thing or get it in for 6 points. Create manageable, gain yourself 8 yards. Manageable 4th down right here.
Here it is, 4th and 8. Bowman looking to the sideline. 3 wide receivers lined up to the right. Casino Stacker in the slot has 20 catches on the year. Leads Whitmer in that category, and it's thrown away way over the head of Zach Smith. And Whitmer gives it away on downs.
Bodman liked what he saw over there. Ball just got away from him a little bit. Falls out of bounds. Look at here again, good protection. That ball just sort of takes off a little bit. Good confident throw.
Zach Smith, a big target at 6'3", 180, but not that big.
No, I like that, and I like the play call. I like the decision there. Create a manageable fourth down play. Try and work the ball into the end zone. Nice job by the Patriots. That's a good defensive stop.
Alex Lando and company back on offense inside their own 10-yard line. To give to Durkee up to the 10. Durkee 198 carries in the regular season, 11 touchdowns, 1,147 yards. He also caught 32 passes, but kind of indicative of the short passing game, just 264 yards.
Yes, and a real weapon right around that 80 to 120 yards in almost every game. Consistency.
He does have the only touchdown catch of the night. Here he is out of the backfield again. Reception number 34 on the year, and the forward momentum allows him to get 5 extra yards out of it, tackled by Austin Melroy. And a first down for the Patriots.
And if you want to take away a pressure package from a defense and take away that blitz game, if you've got a running back that can get out there that quick, Lando's already shown me the ability to get rid of the ball quickly. Boy, that's a weapon.
Just a 10 at the 25. Durkee, the gain of 3, maybe 4. Durkee, a great lacrosse player. He's committed to Bellarmine University down in Louisville, Kentucky.
It's outstanding. What a great sport that's becoming. Just, you see these athletes, I think it's matching up with a lot of football players.
Here he is again, running straight downhill. And depending on the spot, might be enough for the first.
Looks like we got a hold.
Or it won't be enough for the first.
It might have been. I think you're right.
It's the first penalty of this contest. First meeting between these two schools. Whitmer, of course, was in the playoffs last year, bounced by Hudson in the opening round.
I think I remember this Liberty team years back, maybe right at the start of the school, beating the Toledo Rogers team in the first round of the playoffs.
They're in the postseason for the first time since 2009 and the 7th time in their history. 2nd and 15, a low snap. Lando turned, gave it to Durkee. Nowhere to go. Austin Melroy helped clean it up in the end.
Might have been the big paw, Phil Hoskins, that just wouldn't let go. Draw action, they bring the corner on the edge. Somebody just keeps it on.
That's
just
Big
won't
Phil.
let Durkee break through. Good strength from Hoskins. He's
Big
getting
fella.
blocked.
6'5", 280 pounds, a senior. Whitmer have always had big bodies on the defensive line.
That can move.
Chris Wormley comes to mind. Lando floats one down the sideline, wanted Durkee incomplete. He was out of bounds, would not have been enough for the first down anyway. Jamal Bell was with him in coverage.
Nice job by Bell running with Durkee. A great adjustment to the ball. Out of bounds. Great call by the official, but Durkee did catch it. He's an impressive offensive player.
Are they getting sound from this?
Casino Stacker back to receive this punt. Scott Goodwill, the linebacker, is the punter. Taken on a hop at the 38-yard line, and Stacker with some room to run now down the sideline. Some room and plenty of speed taken out at the 30. And a short field now for the Panthers.
Boy, and I think it was Robbie Tober and Zach Smith with 2 blocks that spring Stacker, and I love the aggressiveness of Stacker to get that ball on the bounce. Too many punt returners let that thing roll. Goodwill's punt was good for another 15 yards on the ground. Picked up the blocks, got to the edge. Good return.
And last night and tonight, we've seen some awfully good special teams play. Mike Warren for Central Catholic. Big series of kick returns last night. Good return from Joe Dandino, too, on a punt.
On a punt, yep.
Went over his head, ran it down, and then ran it forward for about 40 yards. Bodeman kept it, gain of 2 or 3.
What I love on that jet action that the Panthers do is Bodeman's reading, and he's reading front side. He's seeing those front side backers, seeing if they're flying out on the jet. If he sees the bubble, he's got backside pulling to help him. It's a nice combination of movement by the offensive line. It's not counter, but you're still bringing that backside offensive line to help, and Bowman makes the read.
Second down at 7. This is Moore on the jet sweep. Down to the 23, gain of 4. Brendan White on the stop.
That's what you have to do on the opponent's side of the football field. Get the yardage the play is maxed out with. Beautiful job by Moore just to lower the shoulder, get down in there, manageable 3rd and 2 right here instead of dancing and trying to create more yardage. Go get yards.
Now 3rd and 2. This look again with both Moore and Larry Patterson in the backfield. Bodeman kept it. That's a good cut for the first down into the secondary and into the end zone. Touchdown, Chase Bodeman, 22 yards.
Beautiful run, beautiful read, and again we can see they're pulling that left side. Looks like they're protecting Malik Moore. It frees up that backside for Bodeman to run, but there's no lineman left. You're just trusting that defensive back and linebackers are going to go with the flow of the lineman. And Bodeman, beautiful job of getting north-south. It's a nice scheme.
Now 12 touchdown runs on the year for Bodeman. Corey Baker's kick didn't have much height, but it had just enough. And we are tied at 7 after the 22-yard touchdown run from Chase Bodeman. Short kickoff from Corey Baker. Jamal Bell laid a big hit on the return man.
Patriot coaching staff is asking for 15 yards with a fair catch that they say Rossi called for, and I didn't catch it, I didn't see it. But it's a nice move by Rossi, a confident play to go get that ball, because that's scary. And that's what they're discussing right now, whether or not he called the fair catch. I didn't see it.
Steve Hale, the Liberty head coach, in his 12th season, 82 wins and 46 defeats. So they don't get the penalty in their favor. Take over at the 40. Lando over the middle and led Ford Matthews, the senior wideout, way too much.
They set the scheme up nicely. Nice first down play. They've been going hard to the right, and he's getting rid of the throw quickly. That time just a backside one-on-one. Just couldn't connect with Ford Matthews.
11 catches on the year, 2 of them for touchdowns for Matthews.
And that's that idea. Going deep when you want to, sending that message.
This is 2nd and 10. Give us to Nick Durchie. Into the teeth of the defense. Despite being hit hard right at the line, it's up with a gain of 2 or 3. That's the lacrosse toughness in him.
I'm telling you, just good football, because he took a heck of a pop. Mike Rickard stepped up beautifully from his linebacker spot. Those are two old school football players getting after it in week 11.
3rd down and 8. This may be the final play of the quarter.
Moving well.
4 wide for Lando. A straight drop, not too much pressure. Had time, now we'll have to take off because there was no one open. He's got enough for the first down across midfield. That ball was stripped, then picked up by the Panthers. Alex Miles, the junior safety, Johnny on the spot.
Big defensive play by the Panthers. Lando starts it out, the beautiful scramble, gets upfield.
It'll be Whitmer football at the start of the 2nd quarter, tied at 7.
Yeah.
A huge play for Whitmer at the end of the 1st quarter. Alex Lando had more than enough for the first down, but had it stripped. Alex Miles picked it up, and Whitmer back in business. Chase Bodeman, a straight drop. He's going to go deep down the field, and the pass is intercepted. There is a flag. Back the other way is Brendan White.
Oh, he could go. He could go.
And White weaving in and out of traffic down the sideline, tripped up inside the 10. A touchdown-saving tackle from Malik Moore. Zach Smith, I think, the intended wide receiver.
A lot of contact. I think they're calling pass interference. Might be able to argue incidental variety.
It is on Liberty.
But the primary receiver did go down. I thought the ball was in the air.
Here's the replay. Yeah, Casino Stacker, I think it may have been White who he got tangled with.
Boy, is White a good-looking athlete. Those strides. Hey, take advantage here, and I like the play call there, too. We saw the Patriots go deep on first down. Whitmer took a shot at it as well.
Malik Moore, no room to run straight up the middle. We did see a new wrinkle on that play, though. Shue Sanders, the backup quarterback, lined up in the slot. Jerry Bell told us to expect to see more of Shue Sanders than we're used to seeing from him, and see him in different spots too.
And I like that, and I think it's a credit to the ingenuity and the toughness of both the staff and Sanders. And when you play quarterback, you know, Whitmer High School, you're prepared to play those different running back positions in the slot action.
Sanders ran for 3 touchdowns and threw for another against Dayton Dunbar back in week 3. Chase Bodeman tries to turn the corner down to the 40, but a flag comes flying in near the end of the run. Scott Goodwill made the stop, and that's coming back. Holding on the Panthers.
Should be a spot foul. Looked like it was 4 yards into the run, so it's still manageable. You know, 10-yard penalty, but not the end of the drive.
No, when you've got a tailback like Malik Moore and a quarterback like Chase Bodeman who can run it, it's always manageable.
That's it. You're absolutely right. And I think that's the confidence with which they've been playing during that 4-game streak.
Moore lined up to go on the swing pass. Managed to dart forward and get most of the penalty yards back. Into Olentangy Liberty territory to the 46.
And I love the block out there in space by Robbie Tober. When you run this type of offensive scheme, you've got to have wideouts that are physical, can block, athletic. Tober does a nice job staying on that block and actually drives the guy past the hole. Moore does a great job reading it and getting upfield.
It's been a characteristic of the Whitmer wide receiving corps going back to when Joe Palka was the head coach and Jerry Bell was on staff. Wide receivers are very, very good blockers. Bodeman rolling out to his left on 3rd and 9, fires a pass to the sideline. It is caught. What a play by Zach Smith. Somehow stayed in bounds.
Wow, that's just a great grab. Oh, right into the camera.
Yes, he certainly did.
Oh, he snatched it, which is what you have to do. You can't bobble that ball. He gets down with the dead feet.
There's a lot of collegiate and professional wide receivers that don't make that play. This is Malik Moore, jet sweep again. Shuffles his feet down to the 26, gain of 5.
Again, I'm so impressed with Moore. The tough yards. You know that he can break big ones, but he doesn't look to break big ones. He looks to get the tough yards, trust his line, trust what they've blocked, and he gets up and into that hole.
This is Bodeman on the keeper. More than enough for the first down. Down around the 15, already 1 rushing touchdown in this game.
And again, just an absolutely outstanding block. This time it's Patterson right on the edge, taking the man out. Bodeman does a beautiful job cutting up inside it.
One touchdown already in this game. He was a move or 2 away from having another. That time Malik Moore run to the short side of the field and had nowhere to cut, really.
Boy, I like the way Hale plays that defensive end position. Just beautiful, eating up space, athletic.
Hale 6'2", 205, good size for a DN, good quickness. Moore lost 4 at 2nd and 14. Patterson's the tailback. Bodeman on the wheel route.
Didn't bring it down.
Stacker dropped it. That's the 2nd time in this first half he's had one either through his hands or off his fingertips.
I think we've got a holding call as well. This might be decision time. You're looking at 2nd and probably about 25, 3rd and about 14. Nice ball by Boatman. You know, got it up there in space. And
you know, we all remember another great Whitmer running back that wore number 34, Jody Webb.
Absolutely.
During the Jody Webb era, this was the counter play territory. Long down, delayed handoff, run untouched to the end zone.
Absolutely right.
We saw that a lot. Whistles all over. It is still second down. I think that's what the whistles were about. Here comes Moore in motion. Boatman's going to keep it. Out to his left. Flag comes in. Boatman ridden down at the 27. He was taken down by Goodwill.
Again, I think it's another holding call. Just a nice job by that front three of the Patriots. You know, you can create holding calls. Don't be held. You know, just keep moving, keep ripping. That's when the jersey expands. It makes it an easy call. Looks like they're going to take these yards as well, push them back. I like that decision by Coach Hale. But yeah, you teach those too many times. Defensive linemen, they start screaming about being held, but then they stop. Keep moving, keep ripping, and let that jersey be seen by the official.
Penalty yards piling up. Second and a ton. Second and 37, in fact. Boatman looks to pass, sloughs one over the middle. It is caught. That's Robbie Tober down inside the 20, his first catch of the night. He's called his name a couple of times with some big blocks, and that gets much of the penalty yards back.
Nice soft throw here under pressure by Boatman. All arm. Tober does a nice job snatching that. You're right. He deserves that catch after a few of the blocks he's had. And it gets him back into manageable territory. That's a big play. Takes away the two holding calls, really.
He's done a lot of the yeoman's work so far. Now a gain of 24 on the reception. Boatman will throw it again. Up for grabs, Zach Smith.
I think he got it.
Touchdown! Two big catches on this drive from Zach Smith.
That's a confident throw. You know you've got the single coverage. Formation to the right. Your single wide out to the left. Locked in man. Just a pitch and a catch. Boy, did he go get that ball.
Two catches with a high degree of difficulty,
yes.
too.
Oh, just beautiful grabs.
Corey Baker will try to add one more. More height on this one. And this one also is good. Just tucked it inside the right upright. Whitmer with their first lead of the game. The pitch and catch from Boatman to Zach Smith. Panthers up 14-7. Baker's kick a little bit deeper this time.
Nice.
Take it to the 22-yard line, and that is great kick coverage by the Panthers. Jacob Weissman, the wide receiver, was back as deep as anyone. I think they learned on the first kickoff from Corey Baker that they don't have to be too deep. They're not going to kick it near the end zone. They're not going to threaten a touchback, so the return man up closer to the 20. And you certainly don't want to be caught off guard like they almost were on the first Whitmer kickoff.
See, that's it. And that time Baker did a nice job getting that ball down to about the 20, but with great height. They beat the blocking angles.
In the end, it's almost as good as a touchback. Quick pass to Durchie. Durchie had to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Just wasn't quite able to get himself moving. The ball sort of a little bit to his back shoulder. You're getting that ball out there in a hurry, sweep action. That might have been a lateral too, but Durchie just wasn't able to get going.
Saw a little bit of Nick Johnson in there, a defensive tackle for Whitmer, number 73, 5'11", 315-pound junior. No gain on the quick pass. This time Lando rolls out, has to cut back up the middle. This is a great run from the quarterback. He's got more than enough for the first down. And a big block releases Lando down the sideline. And he's taken out at the 36-yard line. Tackle made by Coy Bacon.
Lando does a beautiful job. Beats the linebacker blitz. And watch Weissman here. Settles down. Beautiful block on the edge. Actually takes out two. Again, a little bit of complaint there, but that's not a target. That's a good block, kept his feet on the ground, hits with the shoulder. Good football, good blocking by the athletes, the out people tonight, both teams.
Bailey Henkel, who got hit hardest on the block. Here's Durchie around the right side, explodes forward. Another good run from the Patriots. Down to the 23-yard line, gain of 13.
See if the Panthers, or I'm so sorry, see if the Patriots don't pick up the pace here a little bit. Looks like they're settling in. You know, the great thing about the no huddle is you can dictate how fast, how slow you want to go between snaps. Momentum's on their side.
New set of downs. Lando to his left, throws right on the screen pass. This is Brendan White, and he can waltz into the end zone. The extra point will tie it for Olentangy Liberty.
Just a beautiful play. I think it's Nathan Brock from his lineman position. Gets out, watch the block he puts on it right there to spring him. Boy, you want the ball in that kid's hands. He's an athlete. Brendan White.
Big kid and only a sophomore, 6'1", 175 pounds. Goodwill, the extra point try is good. We've got a good one here on Saturday night. The screen pass from Lando to White ties it at 14. Deep kickoff into the end zone for a touchback from Scott Goodwill. Whitmer taking over on offense. Chase Bodeman has run for a touchdown and thrown for a touchdown. One of the things Jerry Bell told us to expect when we talked to him before this one. A little more passing from Chase Bodeman than we've grown accustomed to seeing this year.
Yeah, and I like it. You know, I think you've got to sort of play within your game, and that's well within Whitmer and Bowman's game to be able to do that, but you've also got to take what the defense gives you, and it's this Patriot, not just linebacking core, but as their front three really do a nice job of keeping you honest with the run. You've got to take those possession passes and make something happen, and receivers have come up big.
Not thrown the ball much this year, just 92 passes attempted in the regular season against 108 runs. Here's Malik Moore with a first down. Speed to burn across the 40 to the 43. He makes those cuts so quickly, and what's so impressive about him to me is that he barely slows down to reverse field.
That's it. It's that outside foot plant. The jet with him is a work of art because he just sees whatever seam occurs. And look at him use his blocks. Almost one step away from getting down that boundary for a few more. Yeah, go help him up.
Kyle Miller made the tackle. 25-yard gain. Here he is again. That time ran right into a defender. Patrick Barbosa on the stop. Leads the team with 5 interceptions. A safety who is effectively another linebacker.
Yes, that's what you were saying in the pregame. Playing that strong safety position. Barbosa really uptight at the line of scrimmage. Does a nice job working off the block. And a great job of not just wrapping, but grabbing some of that cloth and bringing him down with his feet.
Big linebacker, too. 6'3", 185. More to the left this time. Cut straight up the middle and got a step or two across midfield.
Again, I like that scheme. You know, with him, the jet sweep almost becomes sort of your off tackle. You know, every offense has to be able to get off tackle when they want to. These guys got the counter action with Bodeman, but that jet sweep, the way he reads it and the way he sees things, does a nice job. And a pretty nice play there by backside defensive end Andrew Rossi to bring him down from the backside, or Moore might have been off to the races again.
Here's 3rd and 4. Bodeman kept it. And short of the first down by about a yard. Jake Hale among those on the tackle.
Well, you're just past midfield right here. Tie ball game. Quick to the line of scrimmage. Just something you work on, coach and practice. See, maybe if you get a jump, now you're sort of making the decision what you're going to do.
Bodeman, remember, also the punter, in case they wanted to try a quick kick and play the field position game instead. Now under 10 on the play clock. Boneman has looked to the sideline a couple of times already. They will go for it. Malik Moore somehow got the first down. How did he sneak through? There was virtually no seam, but he found a way forward.
Hey, I'm an old offensive lineman. Sometimes you got to give credit to the guy. Look at that. Just keeps spinning, turning inside with power with his legs up under him. And that is all Malik Moore. Just waits and finds the seam back to the inside against the flow. That's a big play. You might want to mark that. Boy, after 3 times of sort of checking, I thought maybe it'd be timeout or take the 5 yards. But not when you got Malik Moore. What a good run.
Maybe his most impressive of the game.
Yes, it is. Those are the ones you love.
Not the longest, but maybe the biggest.
That's a lateral. That's a lateral.
That's a live football. It's still loose. And it's recovered by Liberty. A crazy, crazy play. Olentangy Liberty back in business. They tried the screen to Larry Patterson. Just wasn't enough on it. Who ran this football down to the end? It's Goodwill, the linebacker.
Nice job by Goodwill. Just scoop, try to score. And no doubt, it's a nice job by the officials. Sometimes you start anticipating plays and calls as officials. A nice job of letting the play handle. Definitely behind.
Each team with a turnover in this first half. It was a Wildcat snap to Jacob Wiseman. It's been a quiet game to this point. Stopped for no gain.
You're right. Wiseman's kind of their third option, it looks like, statistically, as you take a look at this team. And that's a nice job maybe trying to get him into the flow and get him a touch.
Lando back in his more familiar quarterback spot. Very short drop. Quick pass to Durkee out of the backfield. Made a one-man miss. Fought forward for an extra yard or 2 after contact. And this will be 3rd and manageable for the Patriots.
And that's back to that opening drive with Durkee, with Rossi, the tight end. Just pitches and catches on that little out route.
Here's 3rd and 4. 3 wide plus Durkee. Lando will take off. Not enough for the first down.
Goodwill's got a big leg.
It's Kyle Walsh in there. Tyler Smith, the linebacker. Each Tyler Smith has now made a big play in this game.
Yes. You're right. I was jumping right to the 4th down play. Yeah, we got to give credit to that Panther defense. That's a big stop on 3rd and short. Might be running this down for a timeout call. And again, Goodwill's got a real good leg. I think he's hit 46-yarder this year, somewhere in that area. But you're also close.
Steve Hale.
Good decision.
The Olentangy Liberty coach calls timeout with 1:52 left in this first half. We mentioned earlier Whitmer was bounced in the first round of the playoffs last year on the road at Hudson, a team wearing similar colors to Olentangy Liberty. Both quarterbacks, Chase Boneman and Matt Winsler, you remember, now at St. John's, both sophomores. Went through the learning process. Mitch Guadani, one of the best quarterbacks in the state of Ohio. The Hudson signal caller. He's a University of Toledo commit. In the end, the Explorers moved on 31-7. Here's the bracket in this region. Division I, Region 2. The winner of this one gets either St. Ed's or Brunswick next Saturday. Westerville Central against Solon, Austintown Fitch, and Wadsworth. The other games in this half of the bracket, of course, 16 teams in each Division I region. Spread out all over the northern part of the state. Whitmer, I know, had planned at least somewhat for Austintown Fitch over near Youngstown. 4th down and 2. Lando's pass caught. First down. It's Rossi, the tight end, down to the 7.
Great play call there, Mason. Rossi, the sophomore tight end. Again, getting released, getting out from that tight end position. And a nice throw right into the arms for the first down. Big execution there.
Needed 2 yards, got 9. Lando, that was a dangerous screen pass, but Durkee hauls it in, and he's got his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Same idea. Boy, you're right. Not far away from it at all.
Aiden Graham, the defensive end, was there. I'm not sure he was quite ready to get his hands up.
Athletically, yeah, just in a sort of a bad position, but a strike. Lando, confident throw. Durchie does the rest.
Scott Goodwill will try the extra point and hit it. Back and forth and back again. Olentangy Liberty in the lead on Durchie's second touchdown of the night. Another Scott Goodwill kickoff, another touchback. Whitmer now down 7. 21-14 to Olentangy Liberty. Patriots with a touchdown pass from Alex Lando to Nick Durchie. He's now got 2 of them in the first half.
You're sitting here with about 1:35 left. Goodwill's kick, driven in that end zone, puts you in tough field position here at the 20.
Whitmer does have all of their timeouts left.
And I think you sort of approach this in 2 phases. You're looking to get the ball, advance it to around midfield, then maybe decide to start using timeouts, maybe hurry it up a little bit, because with 3, you've got the ability to do that.
And you know that Malik Moore can strike quickly. The pass to the outside, caught by Zach Smith. He was out of bounds before that ball was stripped. To get out of jail free card for the Panthers. Smith up near the first down marker, and he did get it just enough.
That's a nice play. Move the chains. See right there, lowers the shoulder. I think the ball might have touched the line.
Bodman floats one down the sideline. It's incomplete.
Bodman looks real comfortable back there, Mace. That's just a nice throw. They're locked into sort of man coverage.
I think that was
just
the tight end.
That quick fade.
I think it was the tight end, Zaman Paris, who was the intended target. Let's look at this catch by Zach Smith again at some point. Whitmer quick to the line on 2nd and 10 to hand off to Larry Patterson up around the 35.
See how Whitmer decides to attack this here. Looks like they're hurrying up a little bit, approaching the minute mark.
3rd down and 4. Don't want to risk giving the ball back to Olentangy Liberty. Bodman to his left. No chance for anyone to get down to it. Brendan Larkin, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down with 55 seconds left on the clock. Liberty will get the ball back with a chance to extend the lead further before halftime.
Yeah, you've moved the ball a little bit. It'll come down to you want a good punt here with good coverage. But you're right, Patriots are going to have a shot at this with a couple of timeouts of their own.
Bodman to kick. Durchie back at the 30. Low snap. Bodman gathers. Whitmer will let it run. It trickles out of bounds just inside the 30.
Nice punt by Bowman. Nice handle, the low snap as well. Count patient, gets the ball down there with no return. And again, 47-second mark. Steve Hale's Patriots. See if they can get something quick out around midfield and then decide how they want to attack. You've got the whole field with 2 timeouts. They will get the ball to start the half.
Plenty of guys that are real threats with the football. Lando a straight drop, dances in the pocket, just goes down. With guys like Melroy in pursuit, also Kyle Walsh.
Nice job by the Panthers to sort of set that up. good coverage downfield. Lando's got nothing to do, takes the sack. That might take us into halftime after another snap. And maybe not even another snap. Looks like they can run the clock out.
Wonder if that's what Steve Hale had come up almost to the line of scrimmage and started waving his arms at his quarterback.
That's a good call. It's great clock management by the head coach.
So the Olentangy Liberty Patriots will be cheered into their locker room. They have a 21-14 lead over the Whitmer Panthers here at the half. Halftime here at Olentangy Liberty. The Patriots with a 21-14 lead over the Whitmer Panthers here in Week 11. Mike Jewell, let's have a look at first half highlights. Good start for the Patriots. This touchdown pass from Alex Lando to Dick Durchie.
Durchie, nice receiver, uses his blocks well. Also the tight end hitting it, but Whitmer was able to respond. Great play.
Zach Smith with two big catches on this drive, one along the sideline to keep the possession alive, and then the diving catch into the end zone, but Lando back to work. This time Brendan White on the screen, able to waltz into the end zone. This was maybe the most important play of the first half of the Panthers. They tried the swing pass to Larry Patterson, ruled a lateral, picked up by Scott Goodwill, the linebacker, and that set up another touchdown pass from Lando to Durchie.
Yeah, Durchie's been so tough in that flat, just getting it out to him quickly. Get upfield and go. Quick look at the stats.
First half numbers, not too much of a discrepancy in terms of total yards. Whitmer outgaining Liberty 195 to 187. They've had a lot more of the ball as well, but the big difference, they were shut out on their first trip inside the red zone. That's the difference.
You're absolutely right. You know, the ability in this Week 11 to finish drives or for defenses to come up with big stops, that's what the Patriots were able to do, and that's the difference right now.
First half statistical leader is Alex Lando. We mentioned earlier, completing almost 69% of his passes. Not difficult to see why after that first half.
Hey, you got weapons like that close to the field, and they can still go deep. He's got the ability to get that back, get deep, but yeah, they're going to put pressure on that core, throwing the ball quickly.
Malik Moore with over 50 yards on the ground as well. They'll need more from him in the second half if the Whitmer Panthers are going to come from behind, trailing Olentangy Liberty by 7.
BCSN, available exclusively on Buckeye Cable System, is presented by Ballast Buick GMC, doing business with character. The Andersons, more for your home. And by TAS Electronics.
Back here at Olentangy Liberty High School in Powell, Ohio. The Patriots with a 21-14 lead over the Whitmer Panthers. The home team will get the ball to start the second half. Return man stumbles and falls at the 27. That's where the Patriots take over. Mason Lowry and Mike Jewell with you here. We've made the trip south to the shadow of Columbus, so you don't have to. Mike, what are your keys to the second half?
Well, I tell you what, Whitmer Panther defense, I think they've played well. I think they've got to figure out a way to either get Durchie and Rossi, the tight ends, get them hit, get them popped a little bit, get hands up to stop, but you need some stops here. And offensively, just take care of business, finish off drives, keep doing what you're doing.
Lando wanted the quick pass, bounces to his right, fires a strike across his body. It's complete over the 30.
Didn't see it. Okay, good.
The defensive end of Lando's on the tackle.
Nice job there by Lando buying time. And again, I think he's sneaky hard. He gets rid of the ball so quickly, you already can't get to him. But when he does hold on a little bit longer, he's still got that ability to just sort of escape. He's got a real quick release.
Gain of 6 on the first play of the second half. Not a threat to run a ton, Alex Lando, but was effective in the first half. Ripped off that big long run on a busted play. This time he rolls to his right, looks over the middle. It is caught. The big tight end, Rossi, hung on over the 40, enough for the first down.
That play's hard to stop. I mean, he gets out, he sort of extends the edge, Lando at quarterback, and Rossi just stays with his quarterback creates the target in space. Tight ends that are mobile, know when to move, know when to sit down.
That handoff slow to develop, and Durchie snowed under back at the 41. It's a loss of 3.
That's a nice start there. Good surge. Hayden Graham, again, we've mentioned him twice now, just winning his block at the line of scrimmage, then finishing off Durchie. Get him a little uncomfortable here at Patriot offense at 2nd and 12.
Graham, the leading tackler on the defensive line, 49 stops entering the postseason. Lando looked to his left, had time in the pocket. That is complete to Ford Matthews, but dropped right where he caught it by Coy Bacon.
And that's a great adjustment right there. You got a defensive end like Kyle Walsh, the 6'1 sophomore, who can go out and play Durchie. You know, he just ran out with him and took away that route that was given Whitmer fits in the first half. Job by the sophomore.
3rd down and 9. Big play needed here for the Whitmer defense. Elijah Elliott was showing the quick rush and may drop back in coverage here. Brother of Marcus Elliott, now at Kent State. So good for so long here at Whitmer. Now the rush is coming from Elliott to the outside. They'll set up the screen. It's caught by Durchie. Not nearly enough for the first down. Big play made to slow him down, and the Patriots will have to punt.
That was set up beautifully. And I think it's Tyler Smith that beats the block. Boy, you could just see he's the only guy out there. That's a first down for sure, and probably about 25, 30 yards. Big play by Smith, splits it, makes the play, coming between the 2 blockers. Nice job.
Talked about the battle of the Tyler Smiths. I think Whitmer's Tyler Smith may have the edge for the moment.
Yes.
They're behind us. They're behind us.
Goodwill's punt. We continue to remind you he has a huge leg. Casino Stacker let that drop. Did it hit him? He ran it back into the end zone.
They're going to rule a touchback. I guess the right call.
Touchback, not a safety.
Remember, it's a muff. So if it touches the momentum of the ball, carries it into the end zone. I think they got that right. Oh, we'll get a great look at it here. It definitely hits him. But that ball's into the end zone. Momentum's carrying him in. You can absolutely see the play call going.
Well, and the rule in high school, at least on a kickoff, ball goes into the end zone at all, it's a touchback.
Yes.
Different from the college and professional game.
Yeah, oh, yes, it is. And it's very frustrating. I'd be just like Coach Hale here, because that play can go either way. But gosh, I think they got that right. Now, meantime, good punt. Panther offense starting at the 20.
Bowman kept it, snuffed out by the Patriots. Lots of skill in that front 8. Scott Goodwill among those on the tackle.
And that's just a great job of evaporating the line of scrimmage. Boy, you bring your backers. You also come through the gaps. Bowman looks like he's a little banged up.
We'll step aside with 8:58 left in the 3rd quarter. Well, Chase Boonman helped to the sideline, not really putting any weight on his left leg. Shue Sanders in at quarterback. Got back to the original line of scrimmage. A 3rd down at about 10.
Sanders has gotten a fair amount of reps this year.
A 5'9", 165-pound sophomore. Very quick.
A lot of half left here. You don't make a huge play here. Just see what you can get.
Sanders floats one out of bounds. Never had a chance.
No, but I like the play call. Just sort of get up there. Got to start count on your defense if you're Jerry Bell. Make a stop here, execute the punt. Patriots should end up with very good field position.
Now with Chase Bodeman, also the punter. Fair catch called for at the 47. That turned out to be a really nice kick. By Alec Bukowski, a sophomore. Good field position, like you alluded to, for the Patriots.
Boy, you're right. As far as Bukowski, that could be more. Shoe's been in the game a little bit, into the flow. Bukowski is the backup punter. That's tough to get right out there after 45 seconds after the first team punter goes down and get out there and deliver one.
Two in the backfield for Alex Lando. Durchie is one. To his left. Lando moves to his right. Wiseman was there with him. Pass is caught. Rossi's been his go-to guy for much of this game. Across midfield to the 46. Gain of 6.
Series before, we saw Rossi doing a nice job from backside to catch up with this quarterback at times. Sits in the open space. Trusts his quarterback to deliver the ball. Nice work.
Goy Bacon on the tackle. 2nd and 4. That's tipped high up into the air and it falls incomplete. Wanted Rossi again.
And I think that might be one of the adjustments you can make. You're not going to get to Lando, in that scheme and his quick release. But if you get your hands up, create that deflection, and a nice job actually there by Durchie to become the defender and get that ball snapped down to the ground.
Whitmer with some tall guys in that front four. Hoskins at 6'5", Kobe Houtland 6'4", Hayden Graham 6'3". Kyle Walsh at 6'1". On some defensive lines would be the tallest guy. Durchie on the carry. There's the pitch on the reverse. Weissman ran into his quarterback and still has the first down. And then flags after the play. Some pushing and shoving. And it continues. They got to get this sorted out.
Boy, very quickly, too. This has been such a well-played football game, both teams.
And then another flag at the very end. Man, oh man, not what you want to see. Well, I can tell you from where we are in the press box, if that's accomplished anything, it has really riled up the Olentangy Liberty fans as if they needed another reason. I look over at the Whitmer grandstand behind their bench. Not a whole lot of noise being made.
Yeah, I mean,
here's the run. Let's watch as this whole thing develops. I'm not sure what exactly started this. Here's Wiseman getting up. I wonder if it started with a shove from Elijah Elliott. They continue to
right here, it looks like
there.
It's done.
It looked, you're exactly right. And then
it kicked back in.
Then behind all of that, another group of players started in. Both coaching staffs had to leave the bench.
And the great thing there, is the refs will get this all sorted out, and good work. But again, it gets physical here. See the push there as they're getting up.
There's a shove from Elliott, I think, on Wiseman.
Looks like it's sort of squared away, and then it pops back in.
It certainly didn't get any better after that. Personal fouls both ways. And unsportsmanlike conduct also on Whitmer.
The unsportsmanlike might have been the thing that happened last. After it looked like things were broken up and it kicked back in.
Jerry Bell came out to have a word with Phil Hoskins. Not a happy man right now, Coach Bell.
Again, you caught it here, the immense emotion, because things like that can certainly go either way, and you saw it sort of turn in Liberty's favor, certainly with the fan base and the players.
Lando will set up the screen. It's caught by White, slips a tackle. See ya. His second touchdown of the night on that very play.
Just a great call screen. The defense will be coming. Ears pinned back. Looks like Nathan Wilkie this time as the lineman gets out in space, creates the block. Boy, White knows what to do with the ball, but I love that play call. Take advantage. You know the defense is going to be coming hard. Set up that quick screen.
What a weapon Brendan White has been since he was added back to the team. Dislocated an elbow early in camp. Only able to play the last 3 games of the regular season. He's one more weapon for Olentangy Liberty, who leads Whitmer by 14 in the... Jamal Bell running laterally on the kick return. Ripped down at the 15-yard line. A long field for the Whitmer offense, and we'll see if it's Chase Bodeman or Shue Sanders who comes out to lead this Panther offense. And Bodeman banged up on their last drive.
Yes, and came off field very gingerly. I think the key here for the Panthers is moving chains. You don't have a play that's designed to get you 14 points all at once. Get the chains moving, get your offense in rhythm.
It is Shue Sanders at quarterback. That's Casino Stacker going in motion. And this Olentangy Liberty defense is fired up. Scott Goodwill got to the running back.
Again, winning the battle at the line of scrimmage, making the key reads. Goodwill, beautiful job there, and then finishes the play with a good stick, good wrap, bringing them down. Momentum, dangerous thing, especially at the high school level. I think the way to get it back is just, again, getting back into your rhythm, getting some first downs.
Moore lost 5 on the carry. 2nd and 15. Sanders will look to throw. Rush Cummings steps up. Had to get rid of it. Found a way to get away. Still in the end zone. Still on his feet and hold down from behind at the 5.
That was certainly entertaining. Whoa. My heart came up into my throat. Nice job, Moore, just to pick it off, and then just the scrambling. So many chances at him. Never looks like he's going to pop out, but just finds a way to.
Jake Hale almost had him at the 5-yard line the first time.
Yes.
Kept chasing him backwards in the end. Came out of the end zone back to the 5.
That's back to the 1.
Boy. You know, we said after the skirmish, right before the Liberty touchdown, that you could kind of sense,
yes,
not really a momentum shift, but the momentum increasing in favor of the Patriots, and I think that's just what we're seeing.
Defense, absolutely. Patriots just took care of that series with the 3 and out, losing 5 yards each play.
Alec Bukowski did well just to get the punt away. It's taken by Durchie at the 31-yard line. Durchie straight up the middle inside the 20 around the 15. Gut check time for the Panthers.
It's a huge moment, absolutely. Backs against the wall. I mean, almost like a turnover, you know, right there. And in some ways even worse because the 3 huge negative loss plays and then the nice punt return. Need a big play here defensively if you're rooting for Jerry Bell and the Panthers.
Conversely, might the Patriots go for the kill?
Oh, absolutely.
Lando, handoff to Durchie. Not much. Maybe 2 yards on the play.
I think that sets up so much, you know, in the Patriot offense. You know, you get the ball back into Durchie's hands. You make him honor those A gaps if you're the Whitmer Panthers. Now maybe it's Lando's decision again with those quick throws. He's been so accurate with.
Now it's 2nd and 8. Snap was bobbled by Landau. Now he'll step up and take off inside the 10. Gets to the outside, cuts, still on his feet, and down to the 1.
What I like about Lando's run right there, you know, no hesitation, dynamic. Once the first read wasn't there, he's back. Boy, he just tucks it and gets going, makes a guy miss. And then nice lean forward to get down to the 1 yard line. And again, quickly up to the ball.
And Durchie sneaks through the line into the end zone. Number 20 for the Patriots extends their lead to 20.
Great finish there by Durchie. Nice job up front by the Patriots, sort of blocking man on man and driving it in. You're right. You can go for the jugular in that moment. Make things happen.
Goodwill's kick is good. The Panthers now in a deep hole, down 21 after Nick Durchie's touchdown run, 35-14 the score. Whitmer with the ball after another touchback from Scott Goodwill. Panthers trailing by 21. Great game plan from Liberty.
And patience to execute it. You know, part of your offensive game plan is moving off of what you think your defense is capable of. And I think that allows them to create that patient package, and the defense has made some big plays here, especially in the second half. Sort of turn momentum.
This time it's Larry Patterson on the carry. He gets the jet sweep action this time. Good run, enough for a first down up across the 30.
And that's what you need. You know, get the chains moving. 4 minutes left here in the third quarter. There ain't no doubt. The hole's been dug. But you get out of it one first down at a time.
Gain of 12 for Larry Patterson. He and Malik Moore, both sophomores. This time it's Shue Sanders making a man miss up to the 36.
Positive first down play. Good fake there by Sanders. I was watching Jacob Hale coming from his defensive end position, fighting to get to that running back, and Bowman just has it tucked and gets to that edge. Or Shoes.
That run, an example of what Shue Sanders can do when he does have the football. Very shifty and not real big.
Very aggressive. Good aggressive run. Conversation there. Might be about substitution defensively, but we're ready to go.
Sanders got 5 yards on his first down carry. Snacker went in motion. Sanders keeps again. Move the pile down around the 40.
Very manageable third down play here, but a massively important one here for the Whitmer Panthers. As they're trying to fight, claw their way back into this football game. They're going to have to score points to do it.
And do it quickly.
Yes.
3rd and 1. Sanders dropped the snap. Has to improvise. Can he bounce outside? Lost the football. It was knocked out. It's picked up by Olentangy Liberty.
Again, just ferocious getting to the football. Timing off immediately there with the fumble. But again, just swarming, pops. And that ball pops out about 5 yards. Scoops.
Number 22, Nick Lind.
Liberty with the ball, threatening to break it open even further. We'll pause for an injury. Good job. Nick Durchie with the carry on first down. And around the 13-yard line, the injured Whitmer player was Shue Sanders. Could not put any weight on his left leg as he was helped to the sideline. You can legislate for a lot when you game plan, but you can never plan on your top 2 quarterbacks going down.
Just you can't plan for the third quarterback.
Lando to his left, throws back over the middle on the slant, caught for a touchdown. It's Brendan White again.
Beautiful job there, backside receiver. We talked about that before. You can dictate the coverage the most with your backside. Beautiful job getting the inside position, and nice job by Lando to sell to the left, then look back for Smith.
What a weapon he is in the passing game for the Patriots. Goodwill's extra point is good. The lead now 28 for the Patriots over the Panthers. The touchdown from Lando to White puts Whitmer out of sight. Good return by Jamal Bell, taken from the goal line up to the 30. And now the question, if you're Whitmer, who comes out at quarterback? Chase Bodeman and Shue Sanders have both gone down. I think that's a lot of attention being paid to Sanders, I think, behind the bench. This is Chase Bodeman in at quarterback, so there's our answer.
It's a gutsy effort.
There's Malik Moore on the jet sweep, and snuffed out by Liberty. Scott Goodwill making yet another defensive play. He's been tremendous tonight. Defense and special teams. It's Nick Durkee. He's got 3 touchdowns. Brendan White has 3 touchdowns. Bodeman's pass to the sideline off the hands of Zach Smith, who had to contort his body just to come back for it. Kyle Miller with a little shove out of bounds for good measure.
I tell you what, the things you can build on. For Bodeman to come back into this football game, taking a look at him, the respect that's going to be gained from his teammates, that's just a gutsy effort. You can build off of that for next year. But that's a toughness. I mean, I love it. And it's not anything that's flashy or anything that's going to be happy ending tonight, but that's a toughness.
3rd and 12, rush coming, Bodeman goes down, it's stripped, Goodwill the sack, and the score.
Building a real strong program here.
Goodwill hits the extra point after his touchdown. He stripped Chase Bodeman of the football, picked it up and ran it in himself. Liberty up 35. (49-14) our score. Olentangy Liberty over the Whitmer Panthers. Whitmer looking for positives as the second half progresses.
I think you just fight and keep grinding things out. The clock's going to run here. The new rule this year. Again, Bodeman comes out.
Certainly gutsy. Quick pass to the outside is caught shy of the 30.
Bodeman's pass complete to number 1.
Zach Smith.
And a good pitch and a catch right there.
Flag on the play.
Big first half touchdown catch by Smith. He'll be back next year. An unsportsmanlike conduct on Olentangy Liberty. And that will help out the Panthers.
That penalty against the Patriots, unsportsmanlike conduct.
To the 44-yard line. Bowman is struggling to move. And the quick passing game, I guess, will be what they'll do in the final 12.5 minutes of this game.
I think that's one of the advantages too, where you can continue to throw the ball, work the offense. The game will not stretch itself out with the running clock. This should wrap up the third quarter.
Threw that up for grabs to Nick Whitmer, who had a big touchdown catch against St. Francis in the regular season. That was the final play of the third quarter. It was a quarter that belonged to Olentangy Liberty. They scored 28 points in the third. They lead Whitmer by 35 with 12 minutes left. First play of the fourth quarter, while we were away, went nowhere. A handoff to Malik Moore, now 3rd down and 15 for Whitmer. Really admire the effort that Chase Bodeman is putting in. Clearly not 100%, had to step up in the pocket. Found a way to get away, and throws a pass to midfield that's caught. It's caught by Zach Smith. A first down to the 43.
Beautiful job, courageous job by Bodeman. And I tell you what, the little things you see in Ohio high school football, Nick Lind coming after him like a banshee and then helps him up, pats him on the helmet. Just great respect from two Warriors out there on the field. It's a nice job by the nose guard.
And a reminder, a running clock in this fourth quarter unless Whitmer pulls to within 30. Caught by Smith again down the sideline. Forced out of bounds, but the clock continues to run. Tell you what I'm reminded of, that game that Byron Leftwich had at Marshall, where he clearly had a leg injury, and after every pass the lineman would pick him up and run him to the line of scrimmage as the Thundering Herd tried to come back.
And let's remember, that was a lot to pick up, even back in his Marshall days.
Not quite Jared Lorenzen big, but still pretty darn big. Woodman's pass nearly intercepted off the hands of Kyle Miller.
And I can't state it enough again as you try to focus on this, but it's real. Next year, as Bodeman comes back, this kind of locker room credibility to come back into a football game like this,
sure, when
it is over, and to play for your team and for your teammates, boy, it's just going to go a ton.
Incomplete. Intended again for Smith.
I'm going to enjoy watching. Watching this Patriot team, it gets tougher and tougher. Division I, no doubt about that. But again, and they're a pretty young group. I mean, it's a senior-laden bunch of leaders, but I think this is a program that's going to continue to rise. But Steve Hale's done a beautiful job.
Another incomplete pass. Now 4th down. Malik Moore was the intended receiver.
Not much time there at all. They brought the pressure very quickly. Getting in there was Tyler Smith. Take away the timing of the play.
Approaching 10 seconds on the play clock. Backfield is empty for Chase Bodeman, soldiering on. Quick pass down the sideline is caught. It's Whitmer down near the 10.
That's just a great ball. That's in between defenders, finding that seam, delivering a strike to the back shoulder.
Whitmer's a big target. I'm sure we'll see more of him in the years to come. Only a sophomore, but 6'2", 185 pounds. Smith. Inside the 10, I think they may give him the 8-yard line at forward progress.
That's it. So many sophomores and juniors on Jerry Bell's team and program. Just keep keep advancing. Whitmer will go back into that weight room, grind it out.
Obviously a lot to build around. Bodeman will be back. Zach Smith will be back. Patterson, Moore, they'll return. Shue Sanders as well.
Houtland's back, mainstay of that offensive front.
Incomplete, led Casino Stacker all the way to the sideline.
And you cheer for so many things, you know, Northwestern Ohio and the BCSN audience. This Washington local community, again, we see the throw just can't quite connect, but again, he's throwing on 1 foot. What Washington local's done here, passing a levy, I think it's 5 in a row for him.
I was going to bring that up. In the economic climate that we're in all over the region, that's the word I'd use, nothing short of a miracle. The job that Superintendent Pat Hickey and everyone else associated with the school district has done. And what a catch made by Zach Smith. His second touchdown of the game. Fine hand-eye coordination. Great pass from Bodeman. Batted up into the air off the hands of the defensive back and into the waiting arms of Smith.
Give him a chance. Just give Zach Smith a chance. Throw it up. Well covered. Ball gets popped up in the air. Beautiful job coming back to get it. He's got the place holding duties here, too. He hadn't been doing that earlier. It had been Tober.
Corey Baker's extra point is good. It'll take the running clock off the board for the moment. That's because of this touchdown pass from Chase Bodeman to Zach Smith.
BCSN, available exclusively on Buckeye Cable System, is presented by PNC Bank, for the achiever in us all. And by Yark Automotive, just what you're looking for.
Just under 7 minutes left. Angled kickoff from Corey Baker. Durchie falls on it at the 19.
Which is exactly what you want to do. You know, don't try and do too much. Get to that football, fall on it. That's the possession. Nice job by Durchie.
Olentangy Liberty 8-2 in the regular season. Their losses were to Olentangy 35-34 in week 2, Dublin Coffin 52-24 in week 9. Two teams that enter the postseason 20-0.
That's right. And I tell you, I think that game too, I think that came down to a score in the last minute in the decision by Coach Hale to go for 2. Or no, in overtime. I'm sorry. They tied it up late, and then in overtime, they made the decision after a Olentangy score to go for 2, and the Patriots weren't able to convert, but a nice gutsy call.
Not at all surprised that the defense is as good as they have been. We mentioned this in the open. 4 shutouts this year, including bookend shutouts in weeks 1 and 10. Shut out Olentangy Orange 38-0 in week 1 and beat Thomas Worthington 34-0 last week. Thomas Worthington, a team that not only didn't win a game this year, but had a running clock against them in all 10 games.
Something to build on.
Also a 35-0 win on the road at Westland. That was in week 7. The next week, shut out Hilliard-Davidson 21-0.
And you feed off of that. You know, there's no doubt. There's maybe some debate in the NFL, professionals, but high school kids, you feed off that type of momentum as you get yourself going.
Yeah, just put them right here.
Using the whole clock here, I'd imagine, or a lot of it. Got your younger guys in, your future.
Here's Durchie. Can he turn the corner? He can. Steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Jamal Bell helped force him out. Corbin Rapier, by the way, in at quarterback, number 14. You know it is Alex Lando because there's no orange sleeves and socks.
I imagine that's going to be a mainstay next week too. It's a nice look, and now you got some playoff victory underneath it.
5'11", 170-pound junior. Completed 6 of 9 passes for 105 and a touchdown last week at Thomas Worthington. And there is a flag. New tailback is taken out at the 42-yard line. Torrey Bauer, 5'9", 152-pound junior on the carry.
It's like a chop block.
Against the Panthers. You know, you hate to dwell on it, but we said it at the time. Really, the turning point in this game was the skirmish. It happened early in the third quarter. We talked at the time about how fired up the Olentangy Liberty fans and sideline were after that. And they've been on cruise control ever since.
That's it. And you look for things. You look to gather momentum, make things happen. Patriots do that. I have to correct myself. Chop block on the defense. The defense cuts out the blocker's legs. Good call by the officials. Dangerous play.
To compound things, after the skirmish, once Whitmer got the ball back after the quick touchdown pass to Brendan White, it's Torrey Bauer stumbling forward inside the 40. Whitmer loses both Chase Bodeman and Shue Sanders to injury. You can't really legislate for a third quarterback. I suppose there really isn't one. Chase Bodeman clearly not well after being rolled up on earlier in the half. Has to come back out, a real gutsy effort from him, but everything just kind of snowballed.
Yes, and you're not gonna be able to come back from those type of injuries, you know, for this game. But down the road, you know, to watch the toughness of your quarterbacks. When your quarterbacks can play tough and play hurt, boy, it just sort of picks up the pace of everyone else. And that's what next season will be about.
Bauer dropped at the 35 by Elijah Elliott. Brings up 3rd down and 2. Under 5 minutes left in week 11, in all likelihood. Under 5 minutes left in Whitmer's season.
Patriots doing a real nice job here at getting all their guys in. Chance to be in the high school playoffs, something you can live on the rest of your life, and getting a couple snaps.
Now under 5 on the play clock. Napier gave it to Bauer. Should be a 1st down, and it is.
But as we come back to what you were saying and said very well before, you know, as far as this community, this Washington local, and the commitment that the entire community has for its public schools, I still think, you know, that there's 3 or 4 Washington local ads that sort of bring a tear to my eye, you know, as you watch it, that just so perfectly done. Just a great community.
I always enjoy those commercials, which is handy because they're on quite often on BCSN.
Oh, yes, they are.
And BCSN 2. They're so well done. They get you fired up. It's a great district. They've done a great job, and certainly in athletics, the most visible part of any school district, really, especially in a sport as crazy, especially in a state as crazy for high school athletics as Ohio.
Oh, you're absolutely right. And you build the excellence builds in every level and every capability, but so much of the community that might not have a kid going there anymore, even a grandkid, they get invested in those athletics, and then the excellence comes in all the other areas, academically, socially, and culturally. And I think that's what Hickey has done such a beautiful job of just sort of developing through his time. And the choice of Jerry Bell back a few years to grab that,
certainly,
that Whitmer commitment.
You know, we hear a lot where we are in Northwest Ohio and across the college football landscape. Michigan man has been a buzzword, and frankly, kind of a joke with the Brady Hoke hire. You can look at it that way. Jerry Bell is a Whitmer man.
Yes. And he just breathes it and lives it, and that type of modeling, you know, that the kids see, and then they get it in the more important place back at home and in the classroom. It just gives you a chance to succeed. You know, when the schools opened up and the kids are empowered, you know, to be a part of it and to really own it. you've just got something rolling with the adults that roll around and do the great things.
Under 2 minutes left now, 4th down and 9. Rapier rolls out to his right, being pursued from behind by Phil Hoskins. Pass is incomplete. That was off the hands of Cameron Cherry, Whitmer linebacker. He's a senior. Maybe his last play as a Panther. Whitmer takes over on downs.
I guess at this point it might be a little too early to start talking track football for next year, but hey, let me be the first to make that mistake. You know, what Central and Whitmer have both done, you know, I think will continue to develop, but I think the rise of Lima Senior, the development of Finley, Fremont Ross not to be done, St. John's and St. Francis are going to come back, and I thought Clay played with a ton of moxie this year as the season developed, and that's a credit to Mike Lee and everything that's rolling there.
Aaron Seymour certainly runs harder than most. Chase Bodman hoists one downfield, and Zach Smith could not come up with yet another highlight reel grab. They had 2 great touchdown catches already. Plus that great snag down the sideline. That was almost another highlight.
Yeah, that might have been the one I had the most fun watching. Again, I think just the jar with the ground might have popped that out of his hand, but God, what a highlight reel for him tonight.
This means Central Catholic will be the last team left standing in the track. Unsurprisingly, Lima Senior and Fremont Ross losing last night. Lima Senior losing late in agonizing fashion.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Larry Patterson, maybe a yard.
But the renaissance of that football program, again, I'm almost humbled by what Mike Fell's done there. You know, as far as the development of kids from an 0-10 and just no hope at all to just become ferocious football players. And he'll be the first one to say there's still work to do. And that's just a great commitment that this track league has been developing.
You know, the league is certainly better with Lima Senior having success in all sports. Very excited and kind of terrified as to what their basketball team will bring to the table. A lot of talent, great athletes. Patterson goes down for a loss on 3rd down. Let's have a look at tonight's PNC Bank MVP. It's Brendan White. 3 big touchdown catches, including 2 in the 3rd quarter that really put this one out of reach.
Just snatching it out of the air, makes big plays, big moments, and what a great finale to this season, you know, coming back in these last 3 games and now his 4th one here in the playoffs. Just hope the best for that young man and this Patriot team as they continue the route, trying to get to that Final Four in Division I.
Final 10 seconds will tick down on Whitmer's season. 4th and 15. Larry Patterson the carry. Not nearly enough for the first. And that's it. Olentangy Liberty move on a 49-21 win over the Whitmer Panthers. They outscored the Maize and Blue 28-7 in the 2nd half. Liberty moves on. They move to 9-2 on the year. Whitmer season ends at 7-4. We'll wrap it up from Powell, Ohio in just a moment. Brought to you by Ballas Buick GMC. It's this touchdown pass from Alex Lando to Nick Durchie. It gave Olentangy Liberty a lead they would not relinquish.
Finishing the first half huge. They came back out in the 3rd quarter, and played so well, so strong. But again, the Panthers, so much to be proud of.
Liberty moving on to week 12. Obviously an awfully dangerous team on defense in particular, but Whitmer, their year ends at 7-4. Lots to look forward to next year and in the years to come.
There's no doubt about it. And they'll get down, they'll get that time spent, remember some of those happy moments from this year, and then start grinding in the weight room that Washington local way. Gear it up and get themselves ready to go.
Olentangy Liberty now 9-2 on the year. They advance to week 12. Whitmer's season ends at 7-4. That means Central Catholic, the last team standing in the Three Rivers Athletic Conference. They will host Bowling Green. They will play Bowling Green, rather, at a site to be determined in week 12. That's going to be fun.
Yes, should be somewhere close to town. You don't know, BG, UT, a lot of different options there.
For Mike Jewell and our entire crew, this is Mason Lowry saying so long from Powell. BCSN in high definition is presented by Dave White Chevrolet. The place to go is Alexis and Monroe. Dave White Chevrolet. This has been a presentation of BCSN, seen only on Buckeye Cable System.